In 1982, the National Review wrote that the most enlightened firearms law in the land has taken effect in Kennesaw, Georgia. All citizens of Kennesaw must now own a gun, preferably an automatic. ACLU lawyers are going to have the law declared unconstitutional as soon as one of them gets up enough nerve to set foot in Kennesaw. And that's from almost 30 years ago. Our next speaker, if you don't know him, our next speaker is Andy Crozier. Now you may know him as Olivia's father, but Andy Crozier is a conservation officer, has been an officer for 25 years. He's a lifetime member of the NRA, a member of the NMLRA since 1979, a 1985 Purdue National Champion trap team shooter, and a lifetime hunter and shooting sports enthusiast. Andy, would you come up?
Thank you, Rick. Yeah, the Olivia's dad thing always gets everybody. Oh yeah, I know him. He's in the bleachers when she's playing. The other one gets him is Pam's husband, because she does the banking for a lot of people here in town. But as a conservation officer, you know, I came on in 1987. And one of our responsibilities, mandated by law, is that we offer certain educational courses to the public. And one of those courses is the Hunter Education course. And I wanted to kind of talk about that today because even though it's titled Hunter Education, the bulk of that course is firearm safety. All right. We have a hunting and sporting arms casualty report that we fill out. It used to be called an accident report. We did away with the accident report because, just like Chief Thurston said, we found out none of them are accidents. It's always someone acting carelessly or irresponsibly or unsafely that causes those accidents to occur, or those incidences to occur. So we actually changed the name because in certain court instances the word accident can be used by the lawyers to say, well, my client wasn't guilty of that, because anymore if we have a hunting accident or a hunting incident where one hunter shoots another, there's a really good chance that criminal charges are going to be filed upon the shooter. We've taken that stance. So, but what I want to talk to you today about mainly is the Hunter Education course. It's open to the public. We offer them, you know, various times throughout the year. The best way to find out if one's in your area is go to a website called www.passitonindiana.com, and it'll have all the courses listed for hunter education, trapper education, boating, and becoming an outdoors woman, which I don't know, has any women in here been involved in the Becoming Outdoors Women program? All right. We offer firearms, you know, activities in that situation also, archery, all kinds of things. But the main thing that we talk about is firearm safety and handling. Okay, the class is free. It doesn't cost anybody anything to come to it. It's all funded by taxes and excise taxes on firearms, hunting equipment, anything that. It's a user tax, so it's being paid for by the people who are using it. There's no general dollars, no tax dollars that are used for these courses. Most courses, we have range activities. We'll go to a shooting range. We'll go through, it's a 10-hour course. You have to sit through the whole thing to be certified. But at the end of the course or during the course, depending on which county you're in, because like Jefferson County, we do not have an official range. The closest one we've got is in Crozier that we go to use. Okay, we'll take the entire class. During the class and during the shooting, we have all kinds of various types of firearms to use, to handle, to learn how to properly load, unload, where the safety is located on different firearms. That's just the most important aspect of it. And like Chief Thurston said, the safety is just a mechanical device, and mechanical devices will fail. So we teach safe handling practices, and once somebody uses it enough, you know, it becomes second nature. Okay. So they take them shoot with pistol, shotgun, rifle, whatever. When I do the BOW or the Hunter Ed and I go shooting, we have a safe full of guns at our post that we can use. I also have a safe full of guns that I don't mind pulling out because I have some things that the state doesn't buy that people may see. Okay. Seems to be I go through a lot of 223 rounds when I bring the M16 out with the full auto, but you know, we just do what we can on that. So, we teach everybody everything there is about handling the firearm, loading it, make sure you get the proper ammunition for it. A lot of people don't realize that, I've got a 357. Well, is it a 357 Magnum, or is it, a 357 short Magnum? And there's all kinds of, especially the hunting rifles now, they're coming out with all different sizes that have the same number at the front, and they're not interchangeable. You end up with a firearm exploding right in front of your face if you don't have the right ammunition in the gun. Okay? I have an 8x57 JRS. Well, I went to look for, it's a Mauser. I went to look for ammunition for it on the internet, and there's 8x57, there's 8x57J, there's 8x57JR, there's 8x57 JRS. Guess which one's the most expensive? Thanks to my grandfather, I got that gun. Another thing we teach is marksmanship, because we try to instill in people, if you're very good with a firearm, practice, 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 practice. Every aspect of it, loading it, unloading it, shooting it. The more you practice, the better you are with it. Anybody can go over here to Madison Outdoors and buy a firearm, buy a box of ammunition, take it home and say, I'm ready now. No, you're not. Okay? You need to buy about a case of ammunition, find somebody who knows how to use the firearm, and go to the range with them, and if you don't know how to use it, and become familiar with it, and shoot it over and over and over, thousands of rounds. Just to give you an example, when we changed holsters, we had to sit in a stupid cold warehouse for, it was probably 4 hours. We had to draw 500 times in this holster before we were allowed to use it, because it was so different from the previous holster we had. And what that does is it retains its muscle memory. It's a double release, and without it, the first few times it was pretty funny because nobody get their gun out of the holster. But it's like, all right, guys, slow down. Forward, down, up, and it'll make it. But any type of shooting whatsoever. When I shot trap for Purdue, I don't even want to know how many hundreds of thousands of rounds I shot, because I could probably retired 10 years ago if I had it back. But that's how you become good. Okay. It's practice, and it doesn't matter if it's the handling of the firearm or the shooting of the firearm. So, become familiar with it. Talk a little bit about the carry permits. The only thing that I wanted to touch on that is Indiana's, the chart you saw, there's some states that don't accept it. Florida's and Arizona's permit is accepted in a lot more states than Indiana's. And there's a gentleman, I wish I could remember his name, I tried to look it up, but if you go to the NMLRA, National Muzzle Loading Rifle Association website, there's a gentleman there that offers the Florida course. And I don't know what the cost is, maybe $50, but a couple times a year he offers it. You get their carry permit. And the reason theirs is accepted in more states than ours is because you're required to sit through a class to get it. And that some states do not recognize a permit that doesn't have a class associated with it. So, are there any questions for me? Our hunter rate is free. If anybody wants to take it, John Miller in the back.
Hey, Andy, there's also the Utah carry permit is accepted almost the same places as Florida.
Okay,
and
Utah is good.
There's a guy that travels Indiana and does the Utah course as well. 34 states.
Okay, so if any of you do a lot of traveling and you're worried about your permit in other states, it might be beneficial to you to get a permit, and you can hold a permit in 2 states. It's not like a driver's license or hunting license. You can have an Indiana permit, but also get the Utah or the Florida if you're going to be traveling through a state that definitely does not take Indiana's, but will accept Florida's. It'd be a good option for you to get, probably. So, yes, sir.
What was the website again on the training class?
PassItOnIndiana.com.
This isn't a question, but there's a man named Scott Novinger in Milan who teaches that class. He's a registered, authentic teacher.
It may be him, because it's always in Dearborn County and Ripon County where they offer the class.
Andy, you've gone through a lot of ammunition. Is there a move now for the manufacturer to make more? I've heard rumors that the Homeland Security is buying up ammunition. What's the latest on that?
I couldn't tell you on the ammunition. I know it's getting hard. It's hard to get it right now. It's even hard for us. We've got a semi-load of ammunition on order. It's been on order forever for the department, and it hadn't arrived yet. We've done our phase 1, phase 2 qualifications, and we have no ammunition for phase 3 and 4. We're hoping to get it phase 3 isn't due till the end of October. but we're hoping to get it by then. If not, we'll improvise and make do. I've got a little extra.
Homeland Security has on order 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition. And the problem with that is we don't know how they plan to use it. But it has certainly put a real stress on manufacturers to try and get them.
Right. I mean, I don't know if that order's correct or not, but all I know is manufacturers they're cranking out as fast as they can, but it's flying out of stores quickly. If you go to, like I was at Bass Pro the other day, they've got limits on what you can buy. I guess it was Gander Mountain, and you can buy ammunition. They have limits so that everybody can get some. But I'm sure it's like anything else. They had a big run on it. They'll catch up, and it'll be available again. The other option is you can still buy powder bullets and brass. Reload's kind of fun. Anything else?
Is your safety courses, do they also have the live fire as well? I mean, will they actually have the...
Yes, yeah, we do the live fire in our courses. Well, most of the courses do the live fire. And it'll show when you go to register for one of them, whether they're going to do live range firing or not. Sometimes the avenue or the venue that we use is not conducive to live fire, or you have to travel too far to do it. The classes we have here, if we have live fire, we'll have the class during the week a lot of times, and then on Saturday, those that want to do the live fire, we go up to Crozier and meet them there, whoever wants to do the shooting, okay? Some things we're doing also I do the hunter ed in the schools. It's getting harder and harder to get into schools. It's understandable. They've got a curriculum they have to teach. We used to go slide in and do, health and safety courses, stuff like that. They could easily justify firearm safety in a health and safety class, but now they have all these education requirements they have to meet, and we're getting squeezed out. So we're finding it kind of ingenious ways to still get, especially kids involved, because I used to go in the classes where the teacher decided everybody's going to take it, and I'd always have a little girl raise her hand and say, "I'm never going to hunt. Why do I have to take this?" I said, "Well, do you babysit?" "Yeah, babysit." "Well, what happens if the little 4-year-old goes back in the back room and walks out with a loaded handgun? What are you going to do?" And they get this dumbfounded look on their face. I said, "That's it. We're going to teach you how to safely take that firearm away from that 4-year-old, unload it, and put it away, and then chew out the adults when they come home for leaving it away to kids." And we do emphasize that. Anybody that sees someone else handling a firearm unsafely has the right to chew them out. I don't care if it's their dad, their mom, or what.
We don't have a public range here in Jefferson County. Is there any thoughts to establish a range, say out of Kruger ground and firing line?
There you go.
I mean, I understand, I've been to Crozier, but it is a ways, and it's also back in the woods, back in gravel road. I never did understand why we didn't use the Kruger ground range.
Well, we don't use it because we don't own it.
I understand that. But
and
the government still owns, out beyond the firing line, they still own that.
Right, the refuge.
Right.
What's turned
Well,
over?
I mean, beyond, the refuge is not beyond, it's not part of the firing range.
From the
they
new
shot
fence
guns,
north.
Where they shot the guns,
Right.
they also had to have a place for those troops to fire.
They have an indoor range there, but from my understanding, and I'm not an expert on the indoor range, the new requirements on air purification, that one doesn't anywhere meet it, but when you open it to the public it was, but I don't know where we could put a public range out there.
But that wouldn't be a high-powered range anyway.
No, finding a place where a guy can shoot 400 or 500 yards is getting pretty tough in Indiana anymore. Yeah, we built a brand new range with funding through the NRA at Atterbury a few years ago. Beautiful range, trap ski ranges, long range. But we've had to man those ranges. It's only open when we have someone there as a range master to oversee the operation of it. So that was several $1 million. I couldn't tell you what the price tag was, but it was a joint effort.
Just for information, belonging to my gun club, Switzerland County Sportsman's Club. We have every year we have what's called Women on Target, and it teaches women how to shoot a handgun, a rifle, and a shotgun, and it also teaches them home defense. It's open to the public. Anybody, actually it's going on right now. Today's the day. I've been pushing for having this thing twice a year, but so far we're just doing once a year. But Floyd Woodham teaches that, he's NRA certified. So it's a
Okay.
good, it's a good course though.
That's good. It's at Bennington, isn't it? Around
Yeah,
Bennington?
right,
Yeah,
right
the
on
Swiss County Sportsman Club puts on if you didn't hear him, puts on a course for women for self-defense, and then also firearms handling and safety, and NRA certified instructor that teaches it. So that'd be another avenue. There are a lot of courses out there that you can take, some free, some you have to pay a nominal fee, but they're all very good, and like I said, you can't get enough practice or enough information when it comes to that. So, John.
Just for your information, if you've got kids and you want to get them shooting safely, the National Muzzleloading Rifle Association, the first weekend in July, has their National Youth Shoot. About 180 kids. They can take a lot more than that. They've got certified instructors all over the place. So it's a competitive event for kids, $10. They shoot all weekend.
Do they shoot any modern guns there that day?
They shoot
22?
modern shotgun, they shoot 22 rifle, 22 handgun, play with paintball, air guns, muzzleloaders. It's simply designed to get kids shooting.
Right, that's the big push. You know, we've got a new program that we adopted called NASP. It's the National Archery in the Schools program. It actually started across the river back not too many years ago, and it's a nationwide craze now. But it's to get individuals, to get kids involved in the shooting sports and the outdoors again. And this youth shoot that John's talking about at the range in Friendship is just another avenue for that. They also had a women's shoot at the last weekend of April. You know, I was going to take Liv up on her shoot, but she had to play basketball. So she's playing basketball today. Yes.
I have some cards for Scott Novinger if anybody's interested in his course.
Okay. About to see her if they would, like that course. Anything else? All right. Thank you, Rick.